Good morning, everyone. Today, we're discussing virtual reality and its implications. I'll call on each of you to share your opinions with a practical example. We'll have one student agreeing and another disagreeing with each statement. Let's begin. First up, virtual reality simulations can be invaluable for training, education, and therapy. Aisha, what are your thoughts?
I agree, Professor Julia. For example, medical students can practice surgeries in VR, reducing the risk of making mistakes in real-life situations.
Thank you, Aisha. Sounds like a great way to practice doing something that might be dangerous. Okay, Ben, why do you disagree?
Well, I think that virtual reality training can't prepare you for the emotions, stress, and human interaction that you'll face in real-life emergencies.
Interesting points, both of you. Now, Carlos, number 2. Do you agree or disagree that haptic technology is new and does not always provide a realistic or satisfying experience?
I agree, Professor. For instance, some haptic gloves can't accurately simulate or copy the sensation of touching different textures. But I believe this will improve with time.
Thank you, Carlos. Acelia, what's your take?
I don't agree with Carlos. Some haptic devices, like full body suits, already offer a satisfying experience in gaming and simulations.
Oh, Acelia, I think I have to agree with you. The haptics on smartphones seem pretty sensitive to your fingers. Moving on. Number 3. Immersion in virtual reality is very important for creating an engaging experience. May, your thoughts?
I totally agree, Professor Julia. In language learning, for example, VR can immerse users in native speaking environments, making it more engaging and effective.
Thanks, May. Now, Oliver, I think you disagree?
Yes, I do. Sometimes, too much immersion can be distracting. Like when users focus on exploring the virtual environment instead of concentrating on practicing the language.
Good examples, May and Oliver. Raj, number 4, do you think, while latency is important, other factors, such as visuals, audio, and haptics, are more important to the overall experience?
I agree, Professor. In a virtual reality art gallery, for example, high-quality visuals and audio can create an immersive experience even with some latency.
Thanks, Raj. Sarah, do you disagree?
I do. High latency can cause motion sickness, ruining the experience. For example, in fast-paced VR games, high latency is a big problem.
Thank you both. Fatima, how about this one? Number 5, telepresence can sometimes feel artificial and may not fully replace the real experience of being there in person?
I agree, Professor. In a virtual conference, for example, the lack of nonverbal cues and spontaneous interactions can make the experience less real, less authentic.
So true, Fatima. Tom, what do you think about her ideas?
Well, I think that telepresence technology can be incredibly helpful for remote work or connecting with distant loved ones, like during a pandemic, when in-person interactions aren't possible.
Good points, Fatima and Tom. Okay, number 6, Kwame, do you think augmented reality may lead to privacy concerns?
Absolutely. For example, augmented reality glasses can record video without people knowing it. It seems like you are a spy. Your friends and people you meet would be shocked.
Excellent point, Kwame. Lisa, do you disagree?
I do, Professor. Augmented reality glasses can be very useful for pedestrians, cyclists, and motorists. They might warn you when you're in a dangerous situation, so they can save lives.
Wow. Strong argument, Lisa. All right. Number 7. Maria, what do you think about, while virtual reality or motion sickness affects some users, many can adapt and get used to it over time?
I agree, Professor. In my own experience, at first, I felt dizzy using VR, but I adapted by taking breaks and adjusting the settings.
That's smart, Maria. Now, Sergey, what do you think about this common problem with VR?
Oh, I think some people may have long-term problems with VR sickness. So, they may never be able to enjoy virtual reality experiences.
Oh, Sergey, that's a bit depressing. But you're probably right. So, we are up to number 8. Brandon, do you agree that avatars enable users to express themselves and interact freely with others in virtual environments?
I totally agree. For example, in VR chat rooms, avatars allow users to be themselves and show their true personalities and engage in more creative and enjoyable conversations.
Nice answer, Brandon. Oh, Sophia, how can you disagree with that?
Well, actually, I agree with Brandon. But sometimes, avatars can be misused for cyberbullying. It's easy to create fake identities. And then, these avatars can do bad things and hurt people.
Good comeback, Sophia. Lastly, number 9. Ayumi, do you think virtual worlds offer opportunities for exploration, socialization, and creativity?
Yes, Professor Julia. In games like Minecraft, players can explore vast landscapes, collaborate with others, and express their creativity through building new worlds.
Wonderful, Ayumi. Noah, that's hard to beat.
Yes, it is. Virtual worlds can be beautiful. However, while virtual worlds have their benefits, they can also be very addictive. This can lead to social isolation. Some users might spend too much time in a virtual world. Then, they might forget their real-life concerns and responsibilities.
Great insights, Ayumi and Noah. And everybody. Thank you all for your valuable input and practical examples. It's important to consider both the pros and cons of virtual reality. Keep exploring this fascinating field, and I'll see you next time. Class dismissed.